Hello everybody, this is Sinema77 Horror and Cult Film Lover, back with another shelf video. Okay, now we finished shelf number 1 in the last video, rack number 1 anyway. And so now we're going to start on rack number 2 of the Blu-rays. So here we go, let's get started. Okay, starting on the very top shelf there, we have the collectible Friday the 13th tin. Has all the movies in it, including the remake, Freddy vs. Jason, all that good stuff. I've showed that in previous videos, so no really any need to go over there. And now we have my 3 collectible Mystery Science Theater tins. We have the Gamera Collection. Has 5 films from the Gamera series that were done on Mystery Science Theater. Like I've said before, Mystery Science Theater is probably literally my favorite TV show of all time. And then we have the Turkey Day Special tin. And we have the 25th Anniversary Edition tin. Next to that, we have the collectible Evil Dead 2 tin, which I still can't believe I finally found that. I've seen those before in many, many videos, and I just never thought the day would ever come where I would actually have one of the Anchor Bay collectible DVD tins in my collection. We have the Elvira Movie Macabre collection. Really good set. Really happy to have that. And finishing off the shelf, we have the box set of The Exorcist, which I've had that. I must have had that for about 20 years now. That was given to me by my brother for Christmas one year. And seriously, I think it's almost 20 years now that I've had that. I still keep it in good condition. So. And then at the end of the shelf, we have the collectible packaging for Fear itself. Okay, now that's the very top of the shelf there, and let's get started. Okay, you're going to remember some of these from a previous video because I had to move some stuff around. All right, we have, oh boy, these are going to be tight. All right, so we have Haunted House 2. You've seen this in a previous video, so The Haunted World of El Super Beasto, you've seen that one. The original The Haunting, you've seen that one. The Haunting of Winchester House with I Am Omega bonus movie, you've seen that. And you've seen Heat. Okay, so that brings us up to speed on these. All right, now we have Heathers. This movie is fantastic. I love this movie. Such a great dark comedy. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, Arrow Video, for only putting out a great edition of this overseas. I don't know, maybe eventually they might, put out an American version, and or maybe Scream Factory may turn around and put out a new version of it. We'll see. So, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. This is a very intense, very brilliant movie. I really do like this movie a lot. Really enjoyable. Michael Rooker's debut as an actor. Very solid performance. Tom Tolles. Rest in peace, Tom Tolles. Oh man, he was so good as Otis in this movie. So good. Tracy Arnold gives a great performance. This movie's disturbing, brilliant. I love it. The only thing is, though, is like I've said this before in a numerous video, there's another movie based on Henry Lee Lucas that I really, really wish would get like a DVD release. And the movie is called Confessions of a Serial Killer. And the movie was, I believe it was made by a Texas filmmaker and, made in Texas. And the movie stars Robert A. Burns, who everybody remembers as he was the set decorator for movies like The Hills Have Eyes and The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Howling, Reanimator, Tourist Trap, so many movies. He was mainly known as a set decorator, but he also did some acting and stuff too. He was also a writer-director. He made movies in Texas as well. So, but yeah, just wow. Really good movie. I highly recommend it. So, yeah. I got the DVD in there too, so I have this DVD, Blu-ray, and digital, so I think I'm set. So, there you go. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. Love it. Okay, we have Mel Brooks and High Anxiety. I don't know, man. I mean, how could you not love Mel Brooks? I mean, oh my God, just his stuff is so good. Could you imagine, though, like, sorry. Could you imagine trying to make a movie like, not High Anxiety, but could you imagine trying to make a movie like Blazing Saddles nowadays? Good Lord, man. Everybody would riot in the streets. Anyway, though, High Anxiety, brilliant spoof of Hitchcock movies, Vertigo, Psycho, The Birds. So yeah, if you like Hitchcock movies, this is really a fun movie to watch. So good stuff there. So, yeah, High Anxiety, Mel Brooks. Okay, we have Alexandra Aja's High Tension. I like this movie. The only downside that I could say with this movie, it very much reminds me. I don't know how many people saw the TV movie version or read the book of Dean Koontz's story Intensity. The TV movie stars Molly Parker and John C. McGinley, and the story in this movie is very, very similar. You have this girl, she goes with her girlfriend to her family's house and, to spend some time there. And when she's there, this killer breaks in and starts murdering the family. And so she's fighting for her life against the killer, but there are some twists and turns and stuff. And I'm not going to give anything away, but I mean, it's a good movie, and obviously you're going to get gore. So, the movie delivers. So, but yeah, High Tension, pretty good. Just like I said, though, it kind of really does remind me a lot of that movie Intensity. So, okay, this one here, I know people hate this movie, but as I've stated before many, many times, I am a Wes Craven fan. I love Wes Craven movies, and I'm even going to admit I like this movie. I know I'm weird, I'm fucked up in the head, but I actually enjoy this movie. I watched this when I was a kid, and the original Hills Have Eyes is one of my all-time favorite movies. I could watch that movie over and over again, and I love this movie. I love Harry Manfredini's score in here, Michael Berryman back. Yeah, I like the cast. The motorbike chase across the desert. I thought that was a fun action scene. So yeah, I know I'm a sick weirdo bastard son of a bitch, but I do like The Hills Have Eyes Part 2. I said it. Another Mel Brooks, we have History of the World. This movie is fucking hysterical, man. This movie is so funny. It's Mel Brooks kind of doing his take on history and everything. So many jokes, so many sight gags and everything else. This movie is phenomenal. If you want a movie that's just going to make you laugh and laugh and laugh, you got to see this. Oh my God. So many good performers in here. And oh man, it's so good. One of my favorite parts is when Mel Brooks is supposed to be the waiter at the Last Supper, and he's going in there and he's trying to ask them for their order and stuff. And they're all like, they're all like, no, leave us alone. And he's all like, okay, Jesus. And Jesus says, what? And he's like, yes, what? Yes, no, Jesus, what? Yes. Okay, moving on. We got History of Violence, David Cronenberg. Still some violent, gory stuff in here. And, so a couple of explicit sex scenes in this movie. But this movie really is like the first time like a 69 was shown in like a mainstream movie, I think. So I think Cronenberg takes pride for that. But that's when Cronenberg was kind of getting out of the horror movies and really trying to be more like dramatic, Oscar-winning director and stuff like that. Good movie, but I have to admit, when it comes to Cronenberg, I'm kind of more of a fan of his earlier stuff. So. Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers, really glad to have this. My brother gave this to me for Christmas, and oh yeah, I'm so glad to finally get this. I don't know why I never got off my ass and got this, but oh yeah. Linnea Quigley, Gunnar Hansen. Oh yeah, good stuff. A little Christmas movie here. We got Home Alone, Home Alone 2. I don't really need to say anything about those. We know those. Okay, so all right, Horns. Okay. Just like sorry, my arm. But yeah, Horns. I really, really like this movie. This movie is so good. Directed again by Alexandra Aja, based on the book by Joe Hill, who's Stephen King's son. This movie is really, really good. I really enjoy this movie a lot. Oh yeah, Daniel Radcliffe, he's so good in this movie. Really gives a great performance. We got Hostel, Eli Roth's Hostel. I am really surprised how much I enjoy this movie. When I first got it to watch it, I remember it getting a lot of positive reviews and everything else, but I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. I love it. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I get what people are saying, like a lot of the characters in the movie are, kind of douchey asshole characters and stuff like that. But yeah, just kind of like, oh yeah. So I do like this movie. I like Hostel. And Hostel 2. I really do enjoy this one as well. It's got Lauren German. Oh God, love her, love her. Especially on Lucifer, she's so hot, so good. But yeah. Oh wait. Okay, no. All right. I thought I put that in the wrong place. Hostel 2, kind of the same movie all over again, just with 3 girls instead of 3 guys, but pretty brutal stuff. One scene that really sticks out for everybody in here is the Elizabeth Bathory scene. So, but still, good movie. I like both the Hostel movies. I'll admit it. Okay, so we got Hot Fuzz. Awesome movie here. Okay, here's a question for everybody. Hot Fuzz, is it a horror movie or not? I know people out there actually who honestly they don't like this movie because they don't get it. They just don't get it. I mean, the movie is a spoof of cop movies, detective movies, action movies, murder mysteries, things like that. And I know so many people out there, as far as they're concerned, this movie is a horror film. And that's all they see about it. It's like they don't get that it's a comedy. They don't get what it's trying to spoof. To them, it's a horror movie, and that's all they see. It's just a horror film. House at the End of the Street. I just picked this up not too long ago. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but yeah. Apparently, though, if I want to see some real Jennifer Lawrence goodness, I really need to watch Red Sparrow. That's what people tell me anyway. So, all right. House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob Zombie. Great movie. I love this movie to death. Okay, it's like, the thing is, it's like, I remember, all right, this movie came out, I believe it was it 2003? Oh, 2002. Okay, 2002 this movie came out. Now, here's the thing. When this movie came out, at the time, all you had was that, like, teeny bopper horror movies. All you had was stuff like Scream and Urban Legend and I Know What You Did Last Summer and stuff like that. I mean, the horror movie genre was in a real slump. They were trying to turn it more into like teenage melodramas and stuff like that. And finally, this was like one of the first movies that came out and said, hey, no, this isn't going to be a kid's movie. This is a fucking horror movie. And this is going to be explicit. It's going to be gory. It's going to be violent. We're not wanting a bunch of teenagers in our movies. We want quality horror actors. We want Sid Haig. We want Bill Moseley. We want, Tom Tolles. We want Karen Black. We want people with horror movie cred, and so this movie to me was a saving grace when it first came out because it's like I was just so sick of these stupid teeny bopper type horror movies and stuff like that. And finally, here was a movie that had some balls to it and was a real horror film again, had some teeth to it. So yeah, I always remember and love House of a Thousand Corpses very fondly. Ty West movie, House of the Devil. Good movie. Starring the lovely Jocelyn Donahue and Greta Gerwig, who's now a famous writer-director. She did Lady Bird, Academy nominated movie and stuff. So yeah, she's going on to bigger and better things. Jocelyn Donahue's great. So yeah, good movie. Mary Warnoff, Tom Noonan. Very slow build. But slow build, but once it gets going, it's pretty good. Really good movie. I don't want to give too much of it away, but maybe one day I'll review it one way or another, either on my own channel or on Body Bags. If I get the gig on Body Bags, I'll review it then. So we'll see what happens. Vincent Price, House of Wax. Come on, man, Vincent Price. You gotta love Vincent Price. Dude, yes. Glad to finally get this in my collection. So had it on DVD for the longest time, but I really needed to finally get around getting that to Blu-ray. So happy to have that. House on Sorority Row. I finally picked this up not too long ago. Glad to finally get this on Blu-ray. I'm even proud too that it comes with the Katarina Nightmare Theater and stuff. But oh yeah, I remember it was put out. On Blu-ray a limited run at one point, but I couldn't get it. So finally, I got it now though. So. House on the Edge of the Park. I think I just did a review on this one, and Last House on Massacre Street. So, yeah, pretty good double feature. These movies look pretty good on Blu-ray. They did a good job, I will say that. So, I got to hand it to Code Red. They did a good job on the picture transfer. I mean, go get this on one of those multi-movie DVD sets and look at how crappy the picture looks. This really cleaned the picture up on here. It looks really good. House of Drip Blood, I did a review on that, so Already know my thoughts on that. Howl, good movie. Pretty good movie. It's a British werewolf movie. These people are trying to get home. They're all on a train, and the train breaks down in the middle of the woods. And it turns out that actually their train was sabotaged by werewolves, and they're trying to get out and they're trying to survive and everything else. And pretty much the entire train is surrounded by werewolves and stuff. It's a good movie. So, okay, again, little J-Law, little Yum Yum, and Catching Fire. So, okay, sorry about the camera. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Had to reposition the camera. Okay, so now we're here with, whoa, we're about ready to lose everything. Okay, we've got Identity, good thriller. I like the twist ending here, so pretty good. Not too bad. It's got, good cast in here. You got Ray Liotta, John Cusack, Rebecca De Mornay. So, yeah, pretty good. Set that there for now. Idle Hands, very good, funny horror comedy. Seth Green is really good in here. Jessica Alba in all her hotness. So, Angela Bassett looking pretty good too, I must say. So, yeah, very good movie, very funny. Another Wayans Brothers movies. I'm Gonna Get You, Suckers. Keenan Ivory Wayans tribute to exploitation or blaxploitation movies. Got a really good cast in here though too. You got, good lord, you got Bernie Casey, you got Isaac Hayes, you got Jim Brown. So yeah, really good movie, very funny. Got both Keenan Ivory Wayans and Damon Wayans in here, so very funny. He's like, "Damn girl, you got the devil in you." No, crabs. Okay, we get some Indiana Jones here. We got Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Definitely the weakest one in the series, but not terrible. I mean, I could watch it. It's not bad. I got to admit, I think Harrison Ford was like 65 when he did this movie. I got to be honest. I just hope I can still move around that good and be as good a shape as he is, at 65 when I get that age. Got The Last Crusade. Good movie. I enjoy all the Indiana Jones movies. We have Raiders of the Lost Ark. I do have Temple of Doom, but that's in the that one has a slipcover on it, so it's in the slipcover section over there. So, okay, Innocent Blood, underrated vampire movie. I think John Landis did a really good job. This movie's fun. Robert Loggia is really having a good time playing the bad guy. You got a lot of good cameos in this movie too. You got Tom Savini does a cameo. Sam Raimi does a cameo. Who else? Dario Argento's in there at one point. I think it's Linnea Quigley, Steve Johnson. So yeah, you got a lot of good people in there. Okay, we got Interview with the Vampire. Excellent vampire movie. Okay, now if anybody out there was to ever say that, like, oh, thanks to that woman who wrote fucking Twilight, no woman could write a good vampire story. Really? I encourage you to check this out. Okay, Anne Rice is a great writer. Her vampire stories are really good. So yeah. So if you're sitting there thinking like a woman can't tell a good vampire story, watch Interview with the Vampire. Come back and tell me a woman can't tell a good vampire story. Insidious, I like these movies. I know a lot of people give them shit because, PG-13, but it's like, yeah, it definitely is. Definitely has a very poltergeist feel to it. I believe it's on the Boots to Reboots video with Andy, the Maniacal Cinephile. He talked about how Insidious was actually a better remake of Poltergeist than the remake of Poltergeist. But yeah, I like the Insidious movies. Insidious Chapter 2, I like that one too. The biggest complaint that I have about Insidious Chapter 2 is just that it tries to answer too many questions of the first movie. Part of the thing that made the first movie so scary was that, you didn't know all the answers. You didn't know why everything was going on the way it was. And the second movie sits there and really tries to answer every question. And by doing that, you kind of take away some of the suspense and the terror from the first movie, But I mean, it's not a terrible movie. I just wish it didn't sit there and try to answer every single question of the movie. So, Intruder, this movie is phenomenal. I mean, I swear to God, if you want a fantastic slasher movie, a movie that's a lot of fun, a movie that's just fantastic, from the people who did Evil Dead, you got the movie's written and directed by Scott Spiegel, who who co-wrote Evil Dead with Evil Dead 2 with Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi's actually in the movie, both Sam and Ted Raimi. Bruce Campbell makes a cameo appearance. The movie is produced by Lawrence Bender, who went on to produce a bunch of Quentin Tarantino's movies like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, all that stuff. Oh man, that movie's so good. This movie kind of really hits home for me because I remember working nights in a grocery store. I was cleaning floors and stuff, and I've stocked shelves and stuff too. So yeah, I know. So I wonder if my friend Jared Kimball, I wonder if that's one of the reasons too why he quit working nights at the grocery store, because maybe he saw this movie and maybe he started to get to him. Maybe wonder if somebody's going to go nuts and kill him. Who knows? Anyway, no, I can't recommend Intruder enough. K&B's great effects. I mean, obviously, look right there. Oh yeah, Danny Hicks blows it out of the water with this movie. Oh god, Danny Hicks is the best in this movie. Seriously, check it out. Intruders, I'm sad to say I haven't actually watched this yet. I can't say much about it. Okay, The Invasion, one of the Invasion of the Body Snatcher type movies. Okay, but not great. Mainly, I gotta be honest. Mainly, I got this because I had a thing for Nicole Kidman for a while there. I was on a Nicole Kidman love phase. So, I mean, I was just in love with Nicole Kidman. But I really do. I have The Invasion. I have Body Snatchers, the Abel Ferrara movie. I have the 70s Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I need to get the original. I really do love the original, the Don Siegel, Kevin McCarthy movie. I really need to get that. Invictus, Clint Eastwood. I haven't seen this yet, so mainly just got it for my Clint Eastwood collection. All right, now we're in the I Spit on Your Graves. I did a video about these a while back, so here's the original. Very rough, very intense movie. Movie almost feels like the movie really does almost feel like a bunch of sickos decided, wouldn't it be fun if we just went out and filmed raping a woman for fun, and then she turns around and kills the guys? It's almost like, it really does almost have like a it almost has like a snuff movie feel to it. It truly does. I will say though, the best way to watch this movie, frankly, in my opinion, is with Joe Bob Briggs' commentary on it. So, but Camille Keaton probably gives easily the bravest performance that I've ever seen in a movie ever. Well, you know. Okay, then we got the remake. I talked about the remake. Not a bad movie, but just I have some issues with it. You make your female character unlikable, and you know there's really nobody. Everybody in this movie is kind of a rat bastard. There's really nobody to side with, and when you do a rape revenge movie, you're supposed to be making a pro-female movie, but when you make the female character unlikable as everybody else, that doesn't really work. Okay, we have I Spit on Your Grave 2. They really fix it with this movie. This actress, I want to see more of her. Hopefully this movie didn't sour her on acting forever. I want to see more of her. She gives a brilliant performance. Very hard to watch movie. I mean, her and Camille Keaton, the two of them just, oh man, knock it out of the park. But I want to see more of that actress. I hope to God she hasn't given up on acting. Hopefully you'll see her in something else. I Spit on Your Grave 3, Vengeance is Mine. Like I said, I talked about it. Good movie. Just I didn't like the third act when, you know, the movie starts off with you got the character from the remake. You got, you know, Jennifer Hills there, played by Sarah Butler, and you know she's trying to deal with, you know, the things that happened in the first movie, but you know she becomes friends with this support group for rape victims and people who've been brutalized and stuff like that, and they're not getting any justice from the police, so she decides to take justice into her own hands. Cool vigilante movie. I just didn't like the third act where basically she pretty much flips her shit and becomes a man-hating serial killer. That's where I thought the movie kind of dropped the ball a bit. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely curious to see the new one. I'm definitely going to check it out. I didn't mind this. As remakes go, I didn't mind this. The thing is, you know, to me, I think this movie did some things better than the original TV movie, but I think the TV movie did some things better than this. I'm sorry, I'm a Tim Curry supporter. I think Tim Curry was the better Pennywise, but I really do think that Bill Skarsgård did a good job. He was a good follow-up for Tim Curry, so he really did do a good job as Pennywise. But there are just moments in this movie. It's like I think I've said this before. I think he's like trying to play it so dead serious that it comes off as unintentionally funny. And there are moments in the movie, like his facial expressions almost makes me think of like Jim Carrey as the Grinch. I don't know why, but it does. But I don't hate the movie. I enjoy it. It's fun, but I am definitely looking forward to the second part. Pet Cemetery remake, yeah, I might do a separate video talking about my thoughts on that. Anyway, it came from outer space in 3D and 2D. Happy to have this. Really cool. So I had this on my wish list for a long time. Finally got around to getting it off there. Now we get to one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I did a video about these already. So we have iZombie, the first season. iZombie, the second season. iZombie, the third season. I hope that they put out the fourth season on Blu-ray, and they're on season 5, which is supposed to be the final season. So thank you very much. Cancel my favorite show. You cancel, this one's being canceled. Stand Against Evil is being canceled. Yeah. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. So Quentin Tarantino, Jackie Brown, good movie. Not my favorite Tarantino movie, but definitely a good movie. I have no problems with that. All right, now we're getting into the Jaws collection. We have Jaws 1. Perfect film, masterpiece. Great. Can't say anything bad about Jaws, really. Jaws 2, not as good as the first movie, but it's okay. It's no problem. I don't mind it. Okay, I know a lot of people are going to give me shit for this, but, I remember seeing Jaws 3. I was a little kid. I saw it in the theater, and, we saw it in 3D, with the 3D glasses and stuff like that, and I had fun with it. And I mean, definitely nowhere near as good as the first movie, but still, I don't mind Jaws 3, so, yeah. Jaws of Revenge. Oh, good Lord. We're getting stuck again. Yeah, Jaws of Revenge. Let's not go there. Okay, yeah, no. No. Okay, so I'm sorry this video is running long. I'm going to try to speed it up here. Okay, we got Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I'm ready for the new Jay and Silent Bob movie, Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I'm ready for any new Kevin Smith movie. As long as he's writing it and directing it, I'm ready. Jeepers Creepers 3 kind of sucks balls. The first two I actually enjoyed. I think I've said this before. I'm really conflicted about actually liking those first two movies. Realize what a pervy scumbag Victor Salva is. This movie I did not like. I did not care for that one at all. Sorry. Now we get in my Jeff Dunham collection. I do enjoy Jeff Dunham. We went to go see him perform live in Las Cruces one time and had a lot of fun. And so, yeah, I do enjoy my Jeff Dunham. We got Jeff Dunham all over the map. Jeff Dunham arguing with myself. Jeff Dunham Control Chaos. Minding the Monsters. This one's a lot of fun because this is Halloween episode. So, okay. Sorry, trying to get my camera steady. Okay, we got Jeff Dunham, Spark of Insanity. Jeff Dunham's very special Christmas special. Jeff Dunham's Ahmed Saves America. I did watch the Relative Disaster, I think it's called, on Netflix. That one's pretty funny. Wish that one come out on Blu-ray. I'd like to pick that one up. Jennifer's Body. Not a terrible movie. Not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but not a terrible movie. The only thing is, though, it makes me think of those movies kind of like, I don't know why, it makes me think of movies like Mausoleum or something where, like a woman is possessed by like a demon or a succubus or something like that. And, she's just, she's going around killing men, luring men to their deaths and stuff like that. The Jerk with Steve Martin. I know that there's a Shout Select version of this, but I don't really need, not really worth $30 for that. I got this for $4. So it's like I got the movie in high def. I'm happy. Another Kevin Smith movie, Jersey Girl. More of a family movie, but not bad. Fun. Jesus of Nazareth. Okay, as I said before, I'm not really the best Christian in the world, but for my money, this movie is the best movie if you want a story about Jesus. This is the best made film, in my opinion. This one has a lot of the stories from, the New Testament, and Robert Powell, I think, did a great job as Jesus. It sure as hell beats just watching Jesus be tortured for 2 hours, that's for sure. Jigsaw trying to reboot the Saw franchise, which I hear there's already, even though this movie, I didn't pay $15.99 for that. I think I got it for about 50% off of that. So I think like about $8 I got it for. But yeah, I think they were trying to reboot the Saw franchise. I think it worked because I heard there's supposed to be a number 9 coming out, but not terrible. Not the best, but not terrible either. Pretty good. I had fun with it. We got Jurassic Park 3. We got Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Okay, Jurassic Park 3, I don't mind. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom was okay until the end of the movie. I said shit the bed. Already explained that. So, Just Desserts, brilliant. I mean, I've got the Creep Show with all the bonus features and stuff now, but still, you really need this. Really good. Michael Felcher did a great job on this documentary and stuff. So, yeah, so I keep that. I need that one. Kentucky Fried Movie. I talked about this. You can never make a movie like this today. Never. Some more Tarantino. We get Kill Bill Volume 1. Kill Bill Volume 2. Pretty good stuff. I like Kill Bill movies. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Oh, hell yeah. I know this isn't the Arrow version, but still, I'm still happy. I'm just happy to have a copy of the movie, to be honest with you. Okay, we got the Killer Thrillers collection with Baba Yaga, Night Train Murder, Strip Nude for Your Killer. I already reviewed Strip Nude for Your Killers. I need to do the other two at some point. So get around to those. The classic King Kong. Gotta love that. So, I don't have the 76 version on DVD. I've got the original. I got the Peter Jackson version. I have the 76 version on my Vudu account, but as far as like a physical copy, no, I don't have that one yet. I wish somebody would get around to putting that out on Blu-ray. Somebody would get around to it. Kiss the Girls, good suspense thriller. Ashley Judd, Morgan Freeman, good stuff. And we're coming up to the end of it, over 30 minutes. I'm very sorry about the length of this video. My God. We have George Romero's Night Riders, one of his non-horror films, but still pretty good. Tom Savini looking badass there. Ed Harris, good cast. John Amplas, oh yeah. Ken Foree. Got some Eli Roth with Knock Knock. The girls in here are super beautiful, even though they are psycho as hell. But yeah, Keanu Reeves, good act. He was good in this movie. Movie's kind of stupid in some spots, just like, free pizza, your free fucking pizza. And then to end the shelf, we got another Eli Roth here, The Last Exorcism. I actually like this movie. I remember when this movie came out, everybody was talking about what a piece of shit this movie was and how terrible it was. And the ending was a real piece of dog shit and everything else. And I remember borrowing it from my coworker David, and I watched it, and I actually liked it. So this is actually one of the very first Blu-rays I ever bought. When I bought my first Blu-ray player, I wanted kind of like an older movie and a newer movie. Sorry, my throat's dry. I wanted an older movie and a newer movie to check out, so this was what was out at the time for newer movies that I was interested in. So I got this one, and I got American Werewolf in London. Anyway, that's going to do it. We got through this shelf. I'm sorry the video took so long. I promise next time I'll try to keep it short. If anybody took the time to watch all this, I thank you for doing so. I appreciate you for doing so. I hope you liked the video. If you like, please like and subscribe. And this is Sinema77, horror and cult film lover, and I'll be back next week with the next shelf. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.